Ladies and gentlemen, I had to make sure I was not dreaming. It seems too good to be true. And this happening around April Fools? This can't be real, right? Today I have some amazing news for fans of the Hollow Knight series, and let's just go and get right into it. Hollow Knight Silksong, coming soon, like way sooner than you think, like maybe an imminent launch? Hey, I'm just the messenger here. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. Let's just go and get right into this video. So there's a few games throughout my entire life of gaming that have invoked an emotional response in me. Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Cyberpunk, and Hollow Knight. These games made me feel something while playing them. I truly knew I was experiencing a masterpiece. So I was curious when Hollow Knight released, and it released all the way back in 2017. 2017 was like 400 million years ago when you think about it. So what about Hollow Knight Silksong? I was curious when that game was even announced, because I felt like it was like 2021 or something, but it turns out it was announced even way before that. Hollow Knight Silksong was announced all the way back in 2019, on Valentine's Day. That was their gift to us. But it was a bad gift because where the hell is it? Well, it turns out it may be a lot closer than you think it is. Every single year we think about games we're anticipating for that year, games we want, and every time an indie showcase or an indie direct pops up, we're like, oh, here we go. It's about to happen. And then it turns out we're dumbasses. It never shows up. Well, Hollow Knight Silksong has officially made an appearance on the Xbox store page, and out of all days on April Fool's. So we're like, oh cool, another April Fool's joke. But this is really here. It doesn't tell you much, but you could say, okay, well, that doesn't mean anything, right? Then you look over here on Twitter at Nick, and he says, a new cool game to wishlist, Hollow Knight Silksong. And you may say, well, that could be anybody, right? But when you look a little bit closer and see who Nick is, the Xbox Portfolio Senior Content Planning Manager? Whoa, somebody at Xbox posting that this game can be wishlisted? Well, then you have to think, maybe we have something here. We may say, well, Mr. Robot Joe, hasn't this already been on the Switch eShop page for a long time? And it was there for a while, but then it was taken away. But it was brought back, I believe, in January of this year. And we're going to play Spot the Difference. You know that game where it's like two pictures and you're like, oh, there's an apple in that one, but there's a banana in that one or something? So this is the Hollow Knight Silksong page for Nintendo. It tells you what's going on here. It doesn't have a release date, which, okay, we know that. No price, no anything like that. But then you see right here, we can see some pictures, and then we see an ESRB rating, which is like the age appropriate, whatever, for whoever can play this game. RP, which means rating pending. Okay, well that doesn't mean anything, right? Or does it? We're going to go over to the Xbox listing, which is the newest listing of this. And as you can see right here, this one actually has a rating. Now why is that important? One has a rating, one doesn't. The way things work in the gaming world, 9 out of 10 times is once a game has an ESRB rating, that game is coming out within like 30 days. Like I've seen this happen millions of times, over and over and over. Red Dead Redemption got an ESRB rating, and I believe it leaked out in Brazil first, out of all places, which actually happens quite often, but it leaked out the rating in Brazil, and then that game released on the Switch and the Xbox and maybe the PlayStation, I don't know, but it released within like 2 weeks. Like we got an announcement and a release date literally within like 2 or 3 weeks, so this is great news. So not only is this a new listing, on top of that we have somebody at Xbox tweeting about this, and we have a new rating. Like I previously mentioned, Hollow Knight was a game that I knew 1,000,000% was not going to be for me. I'm not a fan of Metroidvanias. It just doesn't look that interesting. I played it, I was hooked. On this channel, I've made very few videos about games, like a video dedicated to one game. And I did it for Hollow Knight because I had to talk about this game with whoever would listen. A video probably got like 1,000 views. When I had an old crappy microphone, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was brand new on my channel, but I had to talk about it. Hollow Knight Silksong has been worked on now for 5 years, or at least that's when the announcement was. Probably worked on for 6 years. What Team Cherry did with the first Hollow Knight game was extraordinary. So this game they've been working on for this long, I can only imagine how wonderful this game's going to be. And as much as we want a game to come out, we don't ever want games to come out in a broken state, and sometimes we rush these developers, they under-deliver, or the games underperform, and then we're like, man, what the hell, this game sucks. And we're like, you guys wanted this game. You begged us for it. We weren't ready. So as much as I want to play Hollow Knight Silksong, I don't mind them taking their time because It's crazy. It's like you can see the future. You know this is going to be one of the best games you've ever played if you're a fan of the Hollow Knight series. So things are finally looking up. I said it in my video yesterday, I'm saying it now. I think 2024 isn't going to be as bad as people thought. Like, yes, 2023 was an amazing year for gaming. I think 2024 is going to have some special stuff. And I think it's all going to start happening very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. If you're a fan of Hollow Knight, let me know. If you've never played it, what the hell are you doing? Go play it. If you guys could follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I would really appreciate a follow. And you guys know me, I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.